sleep is not just a period of rest. It is one of the most powerful biological processes the human body has for repair, balance, and long-term health. As we move past the age of 40, sleep begins to change in subtle but important ways. Many people notice that falling asleep takes longer. Waking up during the night becomes more common, and mornings do not always feel as refreshing as they once did. These changes are not a personal failure, and they are not a sign that something is wrong. They are a normal part of aging, and understanding them is a first step toward working with your body instead of fighting against it. In the modern world, sleep is often treated as optional, something to be sacrificed for productivity, entertainment, or late-night screen time. But the science of longevity tells a very different story. Consistent, high-quality sleep is one of the strongest predictors of long-term health, cognitive clarity, emotional stability, and physical resilience. People who protect their sleep tend to age more slowly on a biological level, regardless of genetics. This is because sleep is when the body performs its deepest maintenance work. Hormones are regulated, tissues are repaired, memories are consolidated, and the nervous system is reset. After 40, the body becomes more sensitive to disruption. Small habits that once had little effect, late meals, alcohol close to bedtime, irregular schedules, can suddenly have a noticeable impact on sleep quality. This does not mean life has to become rigid or joyless. It simply means that sleep becomes a priority that deserves thoughtful care. Longevity is not built through extreme measures. It is built through consistency. One of the most important ideas to understand is that sleep quality matters more than sleep perfection. Many adults worry when they wake up briefly during the night, but short awakenings are normal, especially with age. What matters is how easily the body can return to rest. A calm nervous system makes this possible. When stress levels are high, the brain remains in a state of alertness, even while the body is tired. This is why learning how to signal safety to the nervous system is essential for better sleep. Light exposure plays a major role in this process. Morning daylight helps anchor the body's internal clock, telling it when to be alert and when to prepare for rest later in the evening. Even 10 to 15 minutes of natural light early in the day can make a noticeable difference in nighttime sleep. In contrast, excessive artificial light at night, especially from screens, sends confusing signals to the brain. It delays the natural release of sleep-related hormones and keeps the mind stimulated when it should be slowing down. Creating a gentle evening transition is one of the most effective sleep habits for people over 40. The body responds well to predictable patterns. When the last hour of the day becomes calmer and more repetitive, the brain begins to associate that time with rest. This does not require complicated routines. Dimming lights, reducing noise, and engaging in low-stimulation activities, such as reading, light stretching, or quiet reflection can be enough. The goal is not to force sleep, but to remove obstacles that prevent it. Nutrition also plays a supporting role in sleep and longevity. Large, heavy meals late at night require significant digestive effort, which can interfere with rest. Over time, aligning meal timing with the body's natural rhythms can improve sleep depth. This does not mean strict rules or deprivation. It means awareness. Paying attention to how the body responds to different foods and meal times creates a personalized approach that is more sustainable than any rigid plan. Movement during the day is another key factor. Regular physical activity supports sleep by increasing sleep pressure, the natural drive to rest after energy expenditure. Gentle consistency matters more than intensity. Walking, light strength training, or mobility exercises are often enough to improve nighttime rest. However, very intense exercise late in the evening can be stimulating for some people, especially after midlife. Finding the right balance is an individual process, and small adjustments often lead to meaningful improvements. Stress management cannot be separated from sleep health. As responsibilities increase with age, career demands, family obligations, financial concerns, the mind may carry these pressures into the night. Learning how to mentally close the day is an important longevity skill. This can be as simple as writing down concerns before bedtime, practicing slow breathing, or spending a few minutes acknowledging what went well during the day. These small practices help the brain shift out of problem-solving mode and into rest mode. It is also important to release unrealistic expectations about sleep. Many people compare their current sleep to how they slept in their 20s and assume something has been lost. In reality, sleep evolves just as the body does. The goal is not to recreate the past, but to optimize the present. Restful sleep after 40 may look different, but it can still be deeply restorative. Long-term health is built through cumulative habits. A single good night of sleep feels helpful, but the real benefits come from weeks, months, and years of consistency. This is why patience matters. When changes are made gently and sustainably, the body responds over time. Longevity is not about quick fixes. It is about creating conditions that allow the body to function well for decades. Sleep also supports emotional balance. People who sleep well tend to respond more calmly to daily stressors and recover more quickly from emotional challenges. This resilience becomes increasingly valuable with age. Quality sleep supports mood regulation, memory, and decision-making, all of which contribute to a sense of control and well-being. Another often overlooked aspect of sleep is the environment. A quiet, comfortable, and familiar sleep space signals safety to the brain. Temperature, noise levels, and bedding comfort all matter more than many people realize. Small environmental adjustments can produce outsized benefits. The goal is not luxury, but consistency and comfort. Technology has changed how we live, but has also introduced new challenges for sleep. Constant connectivity can blur the boundary between day and night. Establishing limits around evening screen use is not about restriction. It is about protecting mental space. Giving the mind permission to disconnect is one of the most powerful acts of self-care in modern life. As people age, their relationship with sleep often becomes more conscious. This awareness can be empowering rather than frustrating. Sleep becomes a signal, offering feedback about stress levels, lifestyle balance, and overall health. Listening to these signals without judgment allows for gradual adjustment rather than anxiety. Longevity is not simply about living longer. It is about living better for longer. Sleep supports mobility, cognitive function, immune balance, and emotional clarity. When sleep is prioritized, other healthy habits tend to follow naturally. Energy increases, motivation improves, and daily life feels more manageable. It is worth remembering that rest is not a reward for productivity. It is a biological requirement. In cultures that glorify constant effort, choosing rest can feel counterintuitive. Yet research consistently shows that people who protect their sleep perform better over time, not worse. They think more clearly, react more thoughtfully, and recover more effectively. For adults over 40, sleep is not something to conquer. It is something to support. The body already knows how to rest. The role of lifestyle is simply to remove interference. Gentle routines, consistent timing, and a calm mindset create the conditions sleep needs to do its work. Over the long term, these habits compound. Nights of slightly better rest add up to years of improved health. Muscles recover more efficiently. The immune system functions more smoothly, and the brain maintains flexibility. Aging does not have to mean decline. It can mean refinement. The most sustainable approach to sleep and longevity is one rooted in respect for the body's rhythms. There is no universal bedtime, no perfect routine, and no single solution that works for everyone. What matters is alignment, aligning daily life with the body's natural needs. When sleep becomes a protected part of life rather than an afterthought, it supports every other aspect of health. Clarity improves, patience increases, and physical resilience strengthens. Over time, this creates a quiet but powerful foundation for long-term well-being. In the end, good sleep is not about control. It is about trust. Trusting that the body, when given the right conditions, knows how to restore itself. Trusting that small, consistent choices matter. And trusting that caring for sleep today is an investment in health, vitality, and longevity for years to come.